Ever since the release of the most dangerous game back in 1932, a common theme in movies and series has been how the rich and powerful make the poor and powerless play deadly games for their entertainment or to maintain control. In the most dangerous game, the rich and sophisticated Count Zaroff hunts humans for fun on his private island, while in Rollerball, evil corporations make athletes fight for their freedom in an ultra-violent and deadly game designed to demonstrate the futility of individual effort. In this video, we'll be taking a deep dive into death game cinema. Here are the top 10 best death game movies and series. Number 10 is the Belko Experiment. How would you feel about being locked up at work and being told that your head will explode unless you get rid of 30 of your colleagues in the next hour? Well, that is the twisted plot of this movie, and it is so much fun. You have the managers who feel entitled and want to decide who lives and who dies. You have the stoners talking about conspiracies.
Hey! It's in the fucking water, man.
And you have the common man who attempts to find a fair solution. This movie is a bloody good time. Number 9 is The Condemned, one of those movies where the baddest of badasses are gathered from all around the world to compete in a game. If you watched your share of 80s and 90s movies, you know the drill. This time it is a wealthy television producer who has bought condemned killers from private prisons and placed them on a desolated island where they have to fight for their freedom. And of course it is all streamed online as pay-per-view. The evil producer is super racist and knows just how to get up his ratings.
This is the Arab world. If they don't have anybody to cheer for, they don't log on. I want a fucking Arab. A child-killing, Quran ranting, suicide-bombing Arab.
And you know that this show will get tons of views, as humans are sick bastards. Number 8 is Alice in Borderland. Making live-action adaptations of anime is crazy hard, as the characters often become super cringe, but somehow they pulled it off with Alice in Borderland. A slacker gamer and his friends are pulled into a parallel dimension where they have to partake in a bunch of survival games. Every time they survive a game, they get a few more days to live, while if you lose... A completely empty Tokyo is the perfect backdrop for the games, and this series makes you wonder what you would do yourself if you could die at any moment. I think that many of us would become super hedonistic and get the last joy out of life. Number 7 is Hard Target.
It's like a drug, isn't it? To bring a man down.
A group of wealthy sadists offer homeless army veterans $10,000 to act as human prey in the ultimate hunting experience. While the daughter of one of the veterans attempts to track down her father, she runs into Chance.
Now take your big stick and your boyfriend and find a bus to catch.
A sexy homeless man with exceptional martial arts skills, and she hires him to help her in her pursuit. But soon the evil organization becomes interested in Chance because of his good physique and his war experience, and unwillingly makes him play the game. While army veterans usually get a 1-minute head start to escape the 10 miles, Chance doesn't get a chance. It is John Woo Kung Fu as you know it, and it is a real joy to watch Chance take down these rich snakes. Number 6 is Death Race. After the economic collapse of 2012, the prison system has been privatized, and the prisons earn a bit of extra profit by broadcasting the Death Race, a deadly gladiator sport of cars where inmates fight each other to win their freedom. To maintain high ratings, the evil prison ward, Hennessy, also recruits racers from the outside and of course against their will. Jensen Ames is a former professional racer who is framed for killing his own wife, and he is chosen to take over the position of the viewer favorite, the masked Frankenstein. The viewers believe that Frankenstein is just on a break, but we all know what happened to him. This is a classic prison escape movie spiced up with a hyper-violent game of death. Number 5 is Battle Royale. You all know the premise. 42 students are placed on a deserted island and only one will get to leave. Each student is equipped with a random item ranging from a GPS with the locations of everyone else to an Uzi. To encourage the kids to kill each other, they are equipped with explosive necklaces that will all explode if there are more than one survivor after 3 days of gaming. It is the kind of movie that makes you wonder what you would do yourself to survive. Would you just give up and commit suicide? Or would you kill your friends? Number 4 is Kaiji, the ultimate survivor. Kaiji is a loser whose life only revolves around cheap liquor and cheap gambles. Well, that's just until a debt collector shows up at his doorstep. Months ago, Kaiji co-signed a debt certificate to help out a friend, but now his friend has disappeared and Kaiji is stuck in insurmountable debt. He's left with the choice of paying off the debt over the next 11 years or to participate in a secret game on the Ship of Hope. From here on, Kaiji and other deeply indebted people have to risk their lives to play a series of deadly games including rock, paper, scissors, the lottery, and walking on a narrowing balancing beam. You will find that the worst sides of human nature surfaces when people's backs are against the wall. Alliances are formed, people are stabbed in their backs. Logic is used to make elaborate strategies, and the meaning of life is questioned. What does it mean to be free? Can you trust other people in the darkest of times? And don't be put off by the aesthetics of the series. 3 episodes in, and you will fall in love with it. Kaiji is truly one of the most dark and tense series I have ever watched. Number 3 is The Running Man, one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's best movies, but it is also one of his most overlooked. In 2017, the world economy has collapsed, and the USA has become a police state. To keep the masses in front of their TVs, a sadistic game show was created where weaponless inmates fight high-tech gladiators for their freedom. It is The Running Man.
The Running Man, America's favorite game show.
Why is it that we love watching violence on TV so much? The movie was way ahead of its time, predicting fake news and deep fakes, and you should grab a copy of the Blu-ray and go watch it right now.
Ah! I love you! Yes!
Don't forget to send me a copy.
Number 2 is The Game. The super yuppie, control freak and divorcee Nicholas lives an antisocial life where his sole focus is on his business dealings. He's about to spend another birthday alone when his younger troubled brother Conrad shows up out of nowhere with a gift.
This is for you. You shouldn't have. What do you get for the man who has everything?
No, it's not an escort service. It is a profound life experience. After initial hesitation, Nicholas lets his curiosity get the best of him and he decides to give the CRS a visit. After hours of testing, he just has to wait for the game to begin at some random time. I won't give anything away, but the movie is thrilling, predictable, surprising and edgy. As Nicholas' life starts falling apart, he begins questioning if it is all because of the game or if someone is conspiring to bring him down. And you will start asking those same questions. Before we get to number 1, I have a few honorable mentions. We have the good bad Gymkata, where a gymnast ninja has to win a deadly game in Pakistan in order for the USA to put up a satellite monitoring station. We have the tournament, in which wealthy men bet on which of 30 assassins will be the last man standing. We had the hunt, in which elitists turn a dark internet conspiracy theory into reality as they gather and hunt humans for sport in a remote destination. And now to number 1, which is Squid Game, the most TikToked and hyped series of all time. Usually this type of hysteria makes me stay far away, but I was so lucky to catch the series on day 1. Squid Game is pretty much a live-action adaptation of Kaiji. A financially burdened guy risks his life in a series of deadly games to escape his debt and to become a free man. What can I say? I love everything about the show, from how the participants of the game are found to the amazing visuals. This is so refreshing with a dirty, dark and brutal series with characters that feel real and a series that doesn't have some woke political agenda. Squid Game is super engaging and you will start questioning the meaning of your work life. And you will end up making your own strategies for how you would survive the different games. The stakes in Squid Game feel real, and every situation is tense because you know there won't be some magical superhero showing up at the most convenient time. Also, the series feels very complete after season 1, and I kind of fear for season 2. If you haven't realized it yet, I have just exploited your views and your comments for my profit and entertainment. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you later.